Hello everybody, sorry about the weird camera angle, as I really don't have any way to film myself while I drive. For those of you who've been watching my, who have watched rather, my St. John's wort videos, somewhat of a bit of an update from that. Because I stopped it, I couldn't really get back on it, so it kind of, it's not working for me. If I would have stayed on it, I probably would have been fine, but after that, however, you know, I was able to get health insurance. However, because I wanted a PPO instead of an HMO, because I actually wanted stuff to get done, you know, it ended up becoming too expensive for me, and especially since they always like cutting your hours at retail establishments, I wasn't able to keep it. Now, during that time I did have the insurance, I did go see somebody, and they did give me a prescription for depression. It was working. The only side back is I yawned a lot. Big deal. I can deal with that. Compared to what I'm dealing with now, having been off of anything for quite a while, I was just walking around the other day shopping, and I just wanted to really let go, man. I just wanted to just like storm out, go away, be by myself, cry. And it's just, I was with somebody else, so I say be by myself. And with me, unfortunately, anger comes along with the depression. So you know, it's not fun by any stretch of the imagination. But what's really bad is the fact that I work retail. That's bad enough on its own. However, because I had this issue with anger, and especially when it comes as a package deal with the depression, I'm like, I feel like I'm either going to lose my job or I'm just going to end up quitting. And I kind of want to quit. I mean, I'm heading to work right now. It's my, you know, stupid looking shirt, but I really don't want to be. I don't really want to be there. And it's not that I don't like working where I work. I think I like shopping at where I work more than I like working there. The only reason why I guess I like working there is maybe because of the discounts I get, but it's not an excuse, for one. Number two, you know, I made all kinds of noise to the management, you know, that this was my dream job, and it is to a degree. I mean, it's not what I really want to be doing, but the problem is that, you know, your dream job, you know, I forgot, came with the horrific nightmare that is retail, having to work retail. Retail sucks. I'm sorry. Retail is, you know, friggin' legal slavery. I mean, how, especially when it comes to the way people treat you, and you know, how they react to you, and how basically everybody always thinks that they're superior to you or whatever. You know, basically, without the beating and mutilation, you're basically treated like a slave. So, and it's not to piss anybody off. You know, if you work retail, you basically asked to be a toilet. Take everybody's crap and swallow it. That's it. And no arguments, just do it. And with the situation I'm in now, emotionally, that's not a good mix. That's like throwing gasoline on a fire, and the fire is getting harder and harder to put out, to the point where I want to quit. And I hate the fact that in order to be healthy in one way or the other, you have to be rich. You know, something I really wish that they, you know, should have done with the whole quote-unquote healthcare reform, which isn't really any kind of reformation, but they should have done away with HMOs. Done away with HMOs, had the FDA ban companies from advertising, pharmaceutical companies from advertising. Because number one, that'll drop the cost of most prescriptions right there. Ban HMOs and make companies drop the price of the PPO plans, and that would have been because HMO is a joke. I don't understand why that's even in existence. You want healthcare, you want health, you want to be healthy, and you want to actually have stuff done. You don't use an HMO. You have to have a PPO in order to get anything done. But the thing is because you actually get stuff done, they want to milk you for it, and they charge like stupid amounts of money for it. And if you're working part-time retail, screw you, because you'll never be able to afford to keep it. So, of course, I gotta wait for October or November or whatever in order to go back on to the healthcare website and try to even get an HMO. That, and on top of all this, I got my car screwed up more so than normal. The front end has had problems all over the place where I've had to have the tie rods done a couple of times. The control arm, I think it's called, whatever it is like broken and it's sort of floaty. So I'm honestly, I am waiting to drive to work one day and have just get stalled and not be able to even get to work. At which point I probably would quit. Granted, I could probably find buses or whatever, but the distance is so much, it would be so taxing. It wouldn't even be worth it. At least I don't think it's worth it. So, I'm I even thought about, doing a GoFundMe to try to freaking pay to be able to get the prescriptions I need. Or even to get the car fixed. I mean, granted, it would probably be cheaper in the long run to get a brand new car, but, I'd sooner grow a third arm than have that happen. Or rather, I'm more likely to grow a third arm than to be able to buy a brand new car. So, and then here's the other thing. It's like I have, when I'm like this, when I get into this kind of funk and this depression and stuff like that, I don't want to do anything. And, well, if you're trying to make videos on a regular basis, stuff that you have to edit, and you don't want to do anything, you don't edit, and you don't get anything done. I have 1.5 videos completely edited for the alcohol videos that I did. I did 2. I did 4. I think 4 or 5 I've already recorded, and I've only edited 1.5. The half is because I made a mistake and put too many of the same clip in, and it's just like I have to go back and mess around with it. And the thing is like I don't have a brand new computer. I'm using an older computer, which it's slow, but it's definitely faster than my crap top. I thought about doing a GoFundMe for that so I can buy a brand new computer, something that's actually got some horsepower in it, so I can actually, render a video within, the same day I started it. It's just, it seems like I can never be able to do anything I want to do. Want to have a job? Nope. Can't do that because of your job. You can't keep your insurance, and because of that, you can't stay not depressed and not angry, so no job for you. It'd be easier for me to quit than to do something stupid and get fired and have that marked against me. save up a little bit of money, maybe go to a doctor. It's going to cost me like $150 just to talk to the dude. It's freaking ridiculous. I pay less money for a freaking baseball player's autograph than probably. But because they don't make enough money. So I got to pay like $150 almost to go see a doctor to get a prescription. It's probably going to be another $50. So I got to spend like $200. And then, granted, I can hear people saying, well, wouldn't it be worth it in the long run? Not if I got to keep going back to them to visit them to get refills on the prescription. That's something that they didn't do at the doctor I went to. They never gave me any refills. They had to keep calling them in. And they misspelled my last name because people are idiots. I mean, they really misspelled my last name. They usually like to throw an extra syllable in my name, but they really, really misspelled it. I guess because some letters rhyme, that's why, but it's terrible. But anyway, I got some more on my bumper right now. That's nice. I'm just getting really tired of being like this. And here's the thing, if I did this GoFundMe thing, it's like I only know about like 10 people, and none of them are going to donate. I mean, I have a few people that, I'm acquaintances with on sites like Manic and whatnot, but nobody's going to do that. Nobody is going to do that. So, it's, especially when I need something, the car is like what, going to be, I think he said like $1,000 to get that fixed. So, yeah. Health insurance is like, if I wanted a PPO like I had before, that's like $300 a month or something. No, probably $500 a month because I had like a little bit of kickback, which wasn't much, mind you. A little bit of kickback from, Uncle Sam's retarded nephew. And so it ended up being like $300, but still, I think without it was like $500 a month, which is just ridiculous. It's bad enough I got friggin' hospital bills I can't pay, doctor's bills that pile up. I'm sorry, but I have to live my life day to day. I can't, check the check, unfortunately. Not exactly able to put back, a couple $1,000 because you had to take my dang blood or something like that. Which really, I mean, that's, or you want to charge me $100 for an aspirin or something that's ridiculous like that, then you do. It's so stupid. You get stupid crap like that going on still, and then you want to say that, that was, worthwhile healthcare reform. I don't care what side of the board you friggin' vote on or what side of the, whatever, it doesn't matter. The bottom line is the system's still broken. While the FDA is, letting you have, free range of, food coloring that will give your kids dementia or something like that, that's fine, but, all these prescription drugs and stuff like that can basically do everything from cure to common cold to cure cancer or whatever else like that. No, it's not FDA approved. Are you ever gonna test it? No. We can put stuff on the market that says these claims have not been, confirmed or denied by the FDA or whatever. We can do that. for energy drinks and other things like that, but we can't do that for stuff that will actually help people. If they're not going to approve it, why not put it on the market that way? It's ridiculous. Again, it doesn't matter, which of the mandatory two parties you vote for. It's completely irrelevant because, the stupidity is evident. And the fact that I am unfortunately trapped in it by it. The fact that you got to be, in this country, you got to be rich in order to be healthy. Which is ridiculous. And not only with healthcare, even with food. You want to eat healthy? It's going to cost you a little bit more. The junk food's cheap. I mean, shoot. Freaking junk food's cheap as smeg, man. Well, you get $4, you get a little pre-packaged, over-processed meal. Frozen meal. Well, you want fresh meat, fresh vegetables and stuff like that? That's going to cost you. Oh, you want milk that hasn't been screwed around with? That's not fit for human consumption, so sorry about that. I'm not one of these, wackos that, won't put anything in his body unless it's, completely organic, whatever kind of stuff. I'm not like that because, I have to live life. I have to live in reality. But the problem is that stuff's so friggin' expensive, it's ridiculous. And it's kept that way. Here's my little conspiracy theory about it. It's kept expensive so it can feed into the healthcare industry. Because if people are constantly getting sick from all the, the unnecessary chemicals put in food, then, hey, that's good for business, right? It's good for the medical business, the medical industry. And before anybody ever jumps up and says, oh, well, all food is made out of chemicals. You are made out of chemicals, da-da-da. Okay, then by that same logic, arsenic should be healthy for you, right? Just saying. So, obviously there are some chemicals that are not good for you. And some of them have long-term effects that are unfortunately put in our food. This is freaking logic and common sense. Yes, I am not an idiot who thinks that the world is flat and chemicals, don't exist except for if it was made in a laboratory. Yes, I understand everything, including me, is made of chemicals. I'm not an idiot. I understand I breathe chemicals, I drink chemicals. Water itself is made of chemicals. I understand this. Alright, air is made of chemicals. I know this. I'm not an idiot. It's just there's obvious, evidence that I think is being overlooked. And when you put stuff in food, it has adverse reactions over long-term periods in people. And they're ignoring that. And they're ignoring it for a reason. And there again, there's my soapbox ranting. Why does everybody go slow at a dang turn signal? Like, everybody forgets how to use their gas pedal. Oh, my goodness. They go slow as humanly possible. And then you have these morons that like to back up or be backed up like 2 or 3 car lengths, so it takes even longer to get up to the light. So I don't go on about everything. I really don't know what to do. I don't know what to do as far as the health situation and mental situation, everything else like that with the dealing with the depression, because it's getting too much. And unfortunately, the only thing I can do to make the situation better is ultimately going to make the situation worse. But it's better than, my only options are really right now is like quit my job so I don't get fired, or stay at the job and get fired, or try to do a GoFundMe and get like the whole $3. I don't know. I'm just getting so tired of everything. It's where it's just like I'm not where I was. I'm not where I was a couple of years ago, thankfully, where I was contemplating offing myself. But it's just like I'm just getting tired of life. I'm getting tired of my life. Everybody always offers up, unhelpful suggestions and act like they're, strokes of brilliance or like they're epiphanies, revelations. And it's just like they think things can be done so easily. Oh, get a better job. Really? It's just like walking into a grocery store and picking up a can of beans, right? Just go get another job, right? Get a better job like that. Yeah, okay. Finish your school so you can get a better job. Again, can of beans, right? So simple. So easy. So easy. When you're in depression, you don't want to do anything. You don't want to do anything. Doing something that you need to do becomes a chore. And it's like makes everything harder to do. It makes me driving to work harder to do because I don't want to do it. Sorry for the crappy lighting, but anyway, I got to go inside and get to work. So thanks for hearing me ramble and complain. I'm sure it's fun for everybody. See you in the next video, whenever that's going to be, whenever I get something edited together. I got a bunch of stuff I got to edit and food videos. I got everything, and it's just like I can't get it done. So have a good day.